Hey guys, welcome to the Maddening Mind of Haley B. Of course, I am Haley B. One thing that I had always said I kind of liked doing was when the, phenomenon of bloggers and vloggers came out, that I always kind of wanted to do that. Unfortunately, I have like a job in my everyday life, a full-time job that takes up a lot of time, so never really got super around to it. I have book reviews and stuff like that, but wanted to kind of get into beauty and stuff that I'm kind of into. And one thing recently came up that I got that I really liked a lot, that I was like, I have to do a review on this, especially since I saw so many negative reviews in regard to it. So kind of wanted to go into it. I had recently gone through a thing where I had a health problem and lost a lot of hair. Now it's starting to grow back. I mean, this is kind of all my hair. It's a lot thinner than what it was. I mean, for some reason the camera's making it look like I have a huge amount of hair, but it's very, very thin. And it was even thinner before. So one thing that I had looked into was extensions. And the one problem I had when I was doing it was, the clips could be seen, because now I don't know if you can tell, but it's really thin. So I've got pieces in here that are, but when I tried putting the clips in, sometimes I would have problems that they weren't adhering to my hair, because no matter how tight I tried to pull it, my hair was so thin it wasn't really wanting to hold on to the hair. And I didn't have enough that, when I tried to layer it and get it in there and get it down, the problem was that the clips were coming through. And I said I was mortified when I had a student go, "Oh, I can see one of your hair extension clips." And I was just like, oh my God, that, that's embarrassing to have, a teen tell you that. You're like, jeez. But it was just a nightmare. So I was kind of looking for other stuff that would kind of work. And, I went from having the individuals to the wefts, and even then it was just a hassle of it not staying. It felt heavy. It was pulling on my hair. When the main part was getting it to, because I didn't have a lot of hair, getting it to stay. So I started looking at stuff, and the one thing my mom had mentioned to me, she's like, well, why don't you try those? She's like, I've seen them on TV. It's like a headband. So I kind of started doing research, and basically it's the halo, kind of thing, that it's got the clear band, and it's supposed to be, you put it on like a headband, and it's got the extensions. Now the problem is when you put in a search for it, you come up with a lot of results. So you can get some from eBay that are even $2, but you're like, okay, is this gonna be good? Is this most likely not real hair, but is it going to be decent fake hair, synthetic hair, or is it going to be the kind that you get from a wig at a costume shop at Halloween that's you know what I'm talking about. So the real problem was getting it. Now I had found a lot I'd seen in Ulta hairdo by Ken Pavis. They came out with a brand now. I do have to say I like hairdo products. I have the bangs and the ponytail type thing, that you can put in the ponytail, or the thing that you can put your hair in a bun and it's a wraparound. I think it's called the Rapadoo or Styladoo or something like that. And I like it because they're midnight brown, which is what my color hair is. It's a really dark, it almost looks black, but it's really, really dark brown. And it was a perfect match. So I kind of was looking in regard to that, but, I was kind of it was really expensive. So I was kind of So I looked online and saw Secret Extensions, and which was sort of the original premiere of a halo style extension. So I was like, oh, that's really cool. I want to try it. So I do lots of research before I invest, a decent amount of money into something. And one thing that I thought was interesting was I was finding a lot of negative reviews, and I was kind of geez. And they're this isn't, legit. You need at least 2 to get what they're showing. This isn't, but, and all these negative reviews. So I kind of, stuff about the shipping, all that stuff. Now I had ordered mine in, 2017, so early, February. It really didn't take a long time to ship. It wasn't a week or 2 weeks. I mean, it took I want to say about 3 weeks, But I don't think that that's bad. Now, I heard they had a problem with shipping earlier, that it was taking like an astronomically long time, and that's not cool. But yeah, no, for me it took about 3 weeks, which I think is kind of normal. Now, one thing was, is I had gotten mine. It was they were promoting the double the volume, so that's what I had ordered, and it's $39.99 plus shipping and handling, which is about like, you know, $6 to $7. So they were saying that you could get another one for $29.99 minus the shipping fee, so they would put it in. Now, when I was reading it, it had a promotion of you buy that plus the additional $29.99 one, and you'd get a free original secret hair extension. So I was kind of like, well, that's like 3, you know, and you're getting like, you know, all this. I'm kind of like, well, that's kind of a good deal, because at the end, you know, getting basically 3 is like what I would get for the price of the one at Ulta. So I was kind of like, well, do this and see. And they were like, you know, they were saying they wouldn't accept returns if, you know, you would open the box. And I was kind of like, well, if I were to get, you know, 1 or 2 in the same color, if it doesn't match, I could always ship back the original, you know, like maybe open the, you know, the original one and then ship back the volume one. If it didn't match, then I wouldn't have to open it. So I had a whole process that I was kind of like, okay. Now, when I had done it, I was kind of like, how are you supposed to get the color? And they're like, well, we had canceled that promotion. I'm like, no, it's still on the website. It's there. So there was a whole thing, and they were like, oh, sorry. So they had sent me, they're like, you know, to make up for this, we will send you a new, it hasn't been released yet. Now I see they're promoting it on the website, on the Facebook page and everything, that they're going to be releasing it, which they said our Salon edition. And I was like, okay, great, you know. So I gave them my address, the color I wanted. Now, I had ordered the double the volume in my color, which was, I should know what it was, but it was like the dark brown. It wasn't black, but it was like the 1-up. You know, like the 1-up. So it's like the really like dark brown one. So I should have the color ready, but it's just the really dark brown one. It's not black, it's the 1-up. So I had ordered that, and then I had also gotten dark blonde, because I had wanted to try, they said, you know, you could do that kind of ombre look. And I was like, that would be cool, you know, and mix it up and look like I have highlights, because, you know, because my hair breaks and it takes so long to grow. I'm like, I can't, you know, go about dyeing it anymore. So I was kind of like, okay, this would be great. I can try it. So everything had gotten in. In the end, they had also landed up sending, though, because there was a mix-up, they did land up sending the original secret extension. So I'm doing it in the order that they came out. Now, when I had gotten them, I had gotten them in reverse order. So they had sent me the Salon edition. Then I had gotten the double the volume order, and then the original one that they had sent. So we're going to start with the first and then go to the next. Now, one thing I will say is that they have also, they're apparently releasing, along with their Salon edition, they're also releasing actual Remy human hair. So for everybody out there who maybe didn't like it, but they like, you know, because they're like, it's fake, it's this and that, I want human hair, Remy hair, they will be releasing it, which I think if you're somebody who likes that, I mean, I'm not like, oh, I need to have it. But for those of you who are, it might be something worth looking at. You know, I don't know what the new prices are, because they haven't released a price yet for what the Remy will be and what the Salon edition will be. So I'm not 100% sure. If they keep it at the price that they have now, at the $39.99, I think that that would be good. I have a feeling the Remy hair is going to be more than $39.99, just because when anybody does, you know, real hair and the hair extensions, is always more. So, but we'll see. So in review, first one, the last one I had gotten, but it was the first one that was released, was the regular. Now, it came in the box like this, which it has Daisy Fuentes and like all the stuff, and then in the back it shows you how to put it on, and then inside it came with a little bag that you could like carry, you know, like store them in, not the kind that you see the professionals use, which is the wrap up. It has like the little hook, but it's like literally just a little fabric bag. I don't know where it is, because I don't really like to keep my hair in that because it has a tendency, because it's just being clumped like this, it can tangle. So I kind of like to keep it in something that I can kind of keep it hung up. But it came with that, you know, kind of showed, and then it shows like little things that you can have, like natural lowlights, highlights, that kind of thing. The web page is really informative, you know, shows you how to put it on, you know, things you can do to style and stuff like that. But I will say, apparently the original ones were $39.99 as well. Now, I will say, if I had gotten the original ones at $39.99, I can understand where some of the original people who are doing reviews would be pissed off, because I would have been angry, because the original one, this is all it is. I have to say, it's very thin. Like, you can see through it. Like, I mean, I don't know if you can see me, but I can see myself. But really, really thin. They kind of demonstrate it being almost like a clear band, but it's not. It's this, I don't know if you can, but it's dark. It does blend in well, I will say that, where people would be like, oh no, that wouldn't blend. The problem that I think you would have is that if you were somebody with really light hair and you wanted to try doing this, that would be kind of like, because if you have light hair, this would totally stand out. I mean, if you're somebody who has like blonde hair, this would stand out being up there. You'd be like, what's in your hair? You would have to wear like something over it. So that's kind of, but this is the original one. This isn't the one they really sell anymore. This was like supposed to be like the free thing they've kind of like updated. The other thing I didn't really care for was, I don't know if you can see, but it's like, it's just like this little plastic. And it's on both sides. It's a plastic. And I don't know. I don't think that really blends well. And it really doesn't do much for your hair at all. I will say, they said it's 16 inches, but I have to say, I think it's maybe like, I'm going to be nitpicky here and say it's maybe like 17. Because it's, but you add it to, it makes it a little bit longer. That's how I know it's like probably like 17 versus 16, because my hair is about like naturally about 16 inches it goes down. But this one goes down a little bit longer. It goes down to like, but like it goes down to like your boobs. Okay, so it does make it a little longer looking, and if you have kind of like, as my hair is now, it's just like a little, it adds like a little volume, but still nothing like, but it is blendable. If you really get up close, but nobody's really, like I say, for my roots, you can see like it going across, but can't be helped if it was clear, but, so that's what it looks like. And it doesn't, I have to say, volume-wise, it doesn't really add volume. It gives you a little bit of length. And obviously a little bit of something, because you're adding, my hair is shedding. Like I said, hair loss problem. But it does add a little bit more, obviously, because there is some hair. So you're going to get a little bit, but it's not like the kind of volume that you were seeing in like the promotion. So I can understand if you were one of the original buyers and you got this, where you would be upset, because I would have been upset. Now, the second one that came in was the double the volume. Now, this was it. Obviously, it is double the volume, because if you see it next to this, you see this like sparse kind of sad. And then this one's got more hair. So it's nice. This is 16 inches, and you can tell, because honestly, like, you hold it up to like where it is. It may not look like it, but when, I don't know if you can see, I'm trying to hold them up to where they are, but this one goes down just a little bit longer. And they all curl up a little bit, but where I'm saying at the ends, I want to say that this is why I think this is 17, and this is, because this is 16, and it hits my hair. This one gives you more volume. I don't, once again, I don't know. For $40, this one I'm even kind of like, eh. And then I got the blonde. So, but this one I like more. It still, once again, has the dark band, but one thing that's different is got the plastic on this side, and then it's got, on the other side, I don't know if you can see. Let me do the blonde one. You could probably see better with the blonde. But it's got this like woven thing, and the brown one has that too, and then the other side's like that. Whereas opposed to on the original, like both sides were like that. Only it had like this weird, it wasn't even like this, it had a weird plastic thing covering it. I don't know, it was weird. So this one's better for my hair. I mean, it adds obviously more volume, but I mean, the other one I liked that it added some length because I like the idea of my hair being a little bit longer because it takes forever for my hair to grow. But this one, I mean, really, like doing this, I mean, it adds more volume, which you can see. I mean, like when you see it like that, I mean, that's like a lot more volume. I can feel it more in my thing. But like, there's no more length. Like you see, it kind of, well, when I do it like that, it hits me. But like, really not anymore. And then the problem is because it's the same length as my hair, that whole ombre thing, I can do like the thing that looks like the highlights, but you can't really do the ombre because you put it in and, oh, I probably shouldn't do that when I already have the wings. It's not going to look good. But, and if you do their technique of doing it like with two, you get, it's a good look and I like it. But all you can kind of get is the highlight. Well, I should do it how they say to do it with the ombre. When you do it with the other one on top, it creates a highlight effect in your hair. I can show you both ways. I got time. But when you do it on the bottom like that, the problem is it tells you can get the ombre. Hold on a second. But if your hair is shorter, you can get the ombre. The problem is because this one is like the same length as my hair, you don't really get the ombre look. Because like if my hair were a bit shorter, then I could see, my hair was shorter, then I can see, do it like this. Then you could see where it would blend into making the ombre because then it would go down and you can maybe get another color, but then it would like, I mean, that's too short, but you know what I mean. Like they showed somebody who did it on this as the ombre look. And it doesn't really do that because it's like the same length as my hair. So, you know, pull the extensions forward and, you know, this one, it's nice. It looks like you have a lot of hair and it's got that cool under layer. But I don't really want to cut my hair. So it's kind of like, I mean, obviously when I have to get a trim, it'll maybe look a little bit better, but you don't, I mean, it really just kind of looks like, you kind of got it under, but you don't really get that ombre look like they had shown in the video because my hair's too long. This now, if you do this and put the blonde over, the other one was the brown was over and the blonde was on the bottom. You do this and put the blonde over. I really, really like it. Sorry, I'm like fast on this because I've been doing this every day for like over a month. But see, but here, see even this, you can see the blonde headband because it's that blonde color. So luckily, I won't say how old I am, but due to stress from medical things in grad school, I've gotten some gray hairs, and luckily nobody, you know, it's that little bit, so I'm able to brush it forward. But it's kind of like, so this one I like better when you do it like that because then you've got your hair over and then the extensions under. So this really just then looks like you've got highlights in. Like it just looks like you've got really pretty thick hair and that you put highlights in it. So, and it's nice. I wore the blonde the other day for the first time because usually I just been wearing the brown. And people were like, oh my God, it's so pretty. You went and did something with your hair. You know, I really like it. And obviously, I mean, you style it around and kind of mix it. And then it looks, you know, but it's nice, you know, it doesn't poke through because you got all your hair on, which is opposed to the other way. You would kind of just have it, you could see it all on the bottom, so I feel like it kind of, I don't know, I feel like it kind of pokes through if you just only have that color. And if you were to have another one in, you know, kind of mixing it, but this is kind of, it naturally looks like you would just put some highlights in your hair because it goes all the way up and, you know, so it just looks like you have highlights in your hair, and I think it looks pretty. I'd like to get some more colors to kind of do a multi-tone especially since they're really thin. They're so thin and lightweight that you really don't feel it. It's not like bulky, and it's not like anybody sees. I mean, like, you've got your hair overlay, so nobody can really tell. I mean, sorry, to turn around. I mean, like, it's really, I mean, you might be able to see something poking through, but I can pull all my hair out. But when you do it, I mean, it's really just like, you know, kind of moves, and I don't know. I like it. So, but that's that. So this was the double the volume, and total, because $39.99, $40, and then an additional $30. So that's like $70. So this was $70, and you get some nice looks, matted volume. I was a little sad though, because I have to say with the length, because I've got long hair. I would have liked it if it was just a bit longer. But that one's nice. And what they added with this, the double the volume they didn't have with the original, is they had two, but I'm just showing you the ones. They give you these. I don't want to get too close because I have like no makeup on, like absolutely none. This is my scary unmakeup, undone face. So this was, but what it is they give you two. Oh, both these. I just grabbed two. I didn't realize I grabbed, but they're both small. But what it is I'll show you in the other one. They usually send you something like this. They give you a small and a large. This one I just grabbed, and they're both smalls. But it's so that if it pops out, and it even gives you instructions to show you how to do it. And I like these. Sometimes people might like these better. They've got like the little hooks, and that's if this snaps, or if it overstretches, like, or if you were to do something, you just cut it out and adhere this, and it gives you two of them. So if you maybe want yours a little bit tighter, like maybe you feel like, you know, some people have different size heads. Some people have bigger heads, some people have smaller heads. So that's nice. Now, what I got first, which made me go like, oh my God, everybody is crazy because these are amazing, was I got the Salon extensions. Now, the double the volume and the Salon extensions did not come in a box like this. They just came in a wrap, and like it came, it was like a little plastic bag, and they were wrapped in a hairnet. I probably should have done an unboxing, but I wanted to do it with all three so you could see back to back to back. But it came like that, and now what I got in first was the Salon edition, which I have to say, if you were somebody who didn't like the original or the double the volume, you need to invest in the Salon edition because they were crazy. And I have to say right now, Secret Extensions, if you keep them at $49.99, you will be the best in the market because they are amazing. They're all synthetic hair, but they're, when you first get them, yes, they're kind of shiny and people are like, oh, you could do this. But all I have to say is if you wear them a few times and once you start brushing, believe me, it blends in. It looks just like your hair. But these were the ones that I got originally, and these are the Salon edition. They're not released yet, and I've worn these like to death, so mind the ends. But these are them. I mean, look at that. Would you? I mean, that's insane. This is what I got originally, which made me think everybody who had done a review was nuts. Because I mean, look at this. Now these are 18 inches, and I love that they are. Now, we're going to do, I'll put these on in a second, but I want you to just see back to back. So here is the original, the double the volume, okay, original double the volume, and the Salon edition. So here is the Salon edition versus the double the volume. I mean, look at that. You can see like spaces. I mean, this looks like, when I was getting all the ones next, I was like, oh, I can see where people maybe be upset because next to this, these are nuts. I mean, look at this. I mean, look how they're way longer. I mean, look at that. They're thicker. I mean, they don't advertise them as being thicker, but they are. I mean, let's be honest. Like, look at that versus that. But this, if you're somebody who hated when you got the original ones, you were like, oh my God. I mean, look at that. Just look at, I mean, come on, look at that. Okay, so, sorry. Now, here, updated. They have This like the double the volume, and then the sewn side, which I keep doing it, but I don't know if you guys can actually see. Sort of, yes, no, sort of. But the difference is these, for everybody who's like, these ones have the clear band. See that? You can barely see next to my skin. Why? Because it's clear. So, and then they come with these. These are the ones I showed you, is small and large, and they were the bands. They attach, and then it came with like instructions. But here, these are what I wore first. They're a bit tighter. Wore them to death. Love them. Absolutely. I mean, get the same. Now, this is what I'm brushing my hair with, just because in case I need to brush the extension. One thing I will say, my Salon editions, just like any synthetic hair, got a little bit crudded out because I couldn't find what I did with my wig brush. When I first needed to brush them, they'd gotten a little tangled from the wind, and I didn't know what I did with them. So I brushed it with a regular brush. Do not brush synthetic hair with a regular hairbrush. It's not meant to. That's why they make things like wig brushes, because they're for synthetic hair. Okay, now this, like, I mean, you can sort of see, like, if you really get in there on the hairline, but you really can't. And look at this. I mean, they're so, I mean, look at this. It's like, bam! But yeah, they're long. I mean, look how long they go down. I mean, look at that versus the other one. I mean, this you can do like the sexy pinup where you're like not wearing a top and being like cover like mermaid crazy. Okay. Next to my hair, where's my actual hair? Well, and it feels like my hair that I feel like I'm trying to pull my hair actually out so I can show you the difference. Okay, so here's the synthetic hair, and then here's my hair that goes up there. But it's like, it's 18 inches. I almost feel like it's longer, but it's 2 inches longer than the double the volume. And I want to say the originals are like, I said 17, but maybe like they're like 16 and a half, maybe between 16 and a half, 17, so like 16 and 3/4. Be like I'm 5, 16 and 3/4. But these are 18. And I love them. I would love to see what the Remy ones are going to look like, feel like, what length they'll be. They didn't state what length. They just said 18-inch Salon editions and a Remy edition. So I'm not sure. But like I said, if they release these at $49.99, they will be above the curve, because this is like, it's so much hair. It's so much hair, and it's long, and it's beautiful, and I love it. And I'm able to do different things. I mean, this I use as like a double layer, or if I'm doing something else and I'm just kind of feeling like, these are the original. And then, so what I'm thinking is I'm waiting for the Salon editions to come out. If they make them $39.99 like the other ones, I might get these in like the blonde and other colors, because then I could do the ombre, because they're longer than my hair. And it would come out really pretty, and it would look wonderful and thick, and then I could just do like a layer over, because like I said, we need a little bit more because my hair's thin and these are thick, so you can see through, but then like you could shove it in a little bit. You could do bunch, and I'm just, but these are what I got first. So initially, like I said, I was like, everybody's insane. What are they talking about? These things are amazing. So worth the money. And then everything started coming in after. And the double the volume, I have to say, they are decent. They are decent. They're nice added. I didn't like that they weren't that long, that my hair was like just as long, because I like having that little bit of extra length to just make you like va-va-voom. Like this, here's my real hair, and the other ones are just but they're nice, okay? And especially if you do it with the two, you get a good amount of hair. You get thickness, okay? You do. Even with the one, you get thickness. But they're not the same as this. They look skimpy next to this. And then when I got the original and pulled it out, I was like, well, hell. I mean, just the quality when you see it, like, I'll even up here with the way that is on both sides, and you know, versus, I mean, I was just like, is this the same? I almost had to say, is this the same company? Because I was just like, I mean, look at that. It's like, I don't know. Sorry, that's my bed. It's making squishy noises, making the thing shake. But, so anyways, so that was all 3. Wig brushes, I mean, you can give them Sally. I got this when I had gotten a little hair piece, so it's from somewhere else. But all places sell wig brushes. And then it comes with a care guide on how you can care for them, you know, leave it out. What I do is I wash them gently with shampoo and a little bit of conditioner. And then I bring it dry with like a towel, like pat it, like, you know, and then pat it. And then don't brush it when it's wet. I hang it up to dry. Takes about like overnight. Okay, so I leave it up to dry and then you brush it. So don't brush, because I have to say, like, the ends, I will admit, you can't really tell like this, but you can feel, because it's like really soft up here in the ends. Got a little credit out because they knotted and I couldn't find my wig brush. So I brushed it with a regular brush, and don't do that. So I credit them out a little bit. But they're still wonderful. And I have to say, even though they're credit out a little bit at the bottom, it makes it look like, and when I say credit out, what I mean is like, it's like when you have dead ends at the end of your hair. Like everything else is like bouncy and vibrant, and then the ends are kind of like, but I just think it makes it look a bit more realistic. And I will definitely, as soon as they come out with Salon Edition, I hope they don't jack up the price because, you know, but I will probably get another just to have, because then I can keep these in, you know, I always think you can never have too much. Especially me, who has to use it like every day. I mean, you gotta wash one, hang it up, and then you don't have to worry about it if it's not 100% dry, because you can wear another piece. But these, I have to say, if you were somebody who didn't like secret extensions and were like, this is a waste of money, Salon Edition, and if you like Remy human hair, I would like to see what it looks like as an example, like when they hold it up. But these are worth the price. These are worth buying. I would pay, but I mean, this alone, I mean, that's just, it's nuts. It is big and long, and but totally worth the money and loved it. If you were somebody, obviously they don't really sell the original ones anymore, because I would have to say, honestly, if I were doing a review of the original, I would say don't buy it. Because for $40, yeah, no, I wouldn't pay $40 for this. And I would be just as furious as everyone writing a review if this is what I had gotten for $40. I would have been furious. Because even 2 of these, really, yeah, no, I would have been furious. The double the volume, I don't know. I mean, for $40 for just the one, I suppose it's kind of worth it. I mean, it is a decent amount. It's a decent amount. So I probably would say, okay. My only thing is that what holds me back is that it's like, I feel like it's too short. If you're somebody who has shorter hair, this is great and you're fine. You're covered. It's a good amount of hair. But for me, I just feel like it's too short. It's the same as my natural hair, and I would have liked it a little bit longer for the option. You know, some people are like, no, I want it to be as long as my hair, you know, so it looks like my hair is just thicker. And this is what it does. I wear it when I just want thicker hair, and it does the job. It's perfect. This is exactly what it says. I just sometimes would like that little bit of length and that little bit of extra. So when it comes to this, I'm like, it makes me just kind of go like, because I wish it was longer. But I do love it, and if you're somebody who does the double, then you definitely get the hair volume. I like the other color option and the stuff they showed you that you can do because it works. And the one thing I have to say, it stays in your hair. It is incredibly light. Like I did something where I put like all of them in my hair, and it didn't feel anywhere near as heavy as putting in like a piece did for like the clip-ins. I mean, this is like way lighter. It's super light. I will say, obviously, because you're adding weight, you do feel a little of the initial when you take it out. Now, when you're wearing it, but when you take it out, you have this moment of kind of like, huh. And then it's gone after a few minutes. But it's so light. It's incredible. And nobody sees it. It blends with the way it blends in because it goes under. It's amazing to me. It's when I was feeling so self-conscious because of the hair loss and just hated it. I mean, this really was that boost of like, okay, I feel good. You know, I had people kind of going, oh, your hair looks really nice. Like, nobody could really tell exactly what it was. Nobody could tell that it was extensions. Only one of my really good friends did, because she spends so much time like up in my face that she was like, wait a minute. Your hair's longer, like a few inches longer. Your hair doesn't grow that fast. You're wearing extensions. Like, she was the only one that could tell, because, you know, she spends all this time that she's like, something looks different. Wait. And she knew mainly because it was longer. That's what she knew more than anything. She just thought it looked good. But then when she realized that it was like 2 inches longer, she was like, your hair doesn't grow that fast. Because she'd seen me the whole time. My hair doesn't grow that fast. So, but these are definitely worth the money. If you were somebody who convert for secret extensions. Now, secret extensions, this is for you. Keep them at $39.99, because that is something. I would love it if they would do the promotion of the $39.99 and then the $20. Now, one thing I will say is they also had stuff. They had like the crown cap. They have like, you know, like sister sites. So I guess one of them is Sherry. Oh, I don't know. Sherry something, but she does wigs, so they're partnered with her. Like, when you see like the company that owns it, I don't know. It has it on the site. I don't think it has it on here. No, because this one is a different one. But the company that has it is at the bottom of the website. But yeah, they have those. And then they have the secret, it was like secret volume or something like that. But really what it is a crown cover. I don't like those. Those are good if you're somebody who has like short, like a really short, like if you have a bob, or if you have like kind of like the boy cut. I was going to say, and some people get so offended. People know what I mean. They call it the mom cut, but when people cut their hair, like, it's not a full boy cut, and it's not exactly a bob. I mean, they'll probably call it a bob, but it's not a bob. But it's like when you cut it, like, really short. But those it's good for, because it covers and it's really short. But if you're somebody who has longer hair, it like goes to here, so it just looks weird. I mean, it's okay if you want to do like maybe like trying to do the bangs thing, but once again, the rest of it ends here, so it looks really, really weird. However, the secret bangs, I really, really want to get, because they look just like the ones that I had some hairdo, because I didn't know Secret made it until they sent me a coupon. But they do it, and it's the kind that there's a little that goes around to the back, so it gives you the bang look, but then it goes around to the back, so it blends seamlessly. And it goes like a little down, but it's like really, really short. I like doing it more, not really so much when I have my hair down like this, but when I want to do like this pony, and then I pull it back, and then I have the bangs, and then it pulls back, and it blends. But I've done it with just my hair down, and it's not like the other one where it's like blunt because there's so much of it. It's just like little wisps. So I absolutely love that one. So I'm definitely, and they sent me a coupon when I ordered my hair for like $5 off. So I'm getting it before it expires, because I love those. And I'm getting some more of these, because I have to say, now the one thing I have is that I'm really hoping the coupon I have for the hair extensions, I really want to get them, but I want the Salon edition, because I want the length. I want to try that ombre look, and I want the length. So please release these on your page or something before June, so that I can get it with my coupon. Otherwise, I'll cave and I'll probably get, another color. But still, like I said, if you weren't somebody that liked the secret extensions, give them a try with the Salon edition or the Remy. I don't know what the Remy's like, because I didn't get those. And because I have a feeling those are going to be more expensive. These, I have a feeling they're keeping at $39.99, because they gave them as like a, we're sorry, please try this, and we hope you enjoy it. So usually they do that when something's like the same price. Remy, I have a feeling we're probably going to be getting up to like around like 80, 90, anywhere from 80, 70 to 100. I should say probably for the Remy. I could see it being somewhere between 70 to 100. Over 100, they better be adding a lot more thickness and everything else, because, I shouldn't say that. I have no clue. I have no clue what Remy costs. But I feel like when you get Remy and it's really expensive, like over $100, it's because they're giving you a lot of hair. So we'll see. We'll see. But for the Salon editions, definitely. And so that was my wonderful little rant of a review. But I've been dying to share because I was so excited and couldn't stand people saying they're the most horrible, don't buy from them. Because when they come out with new stuff that's great like this, because of the stuff that they were and the reviews they got for things like this, I feel like people wouldn't give something a chance. And I hate to see something that's a good company that makes a good quality product go out of business because they don't have customers buying because all they're reading is reviews from things like this. So Secret Extensions, love it. Love your Salon edition. The double the volume is great too, like I said. Just wish it was a little longer. But if you're somebody who has short hair, having that little extra volume, and then it does give you length because it is 16 inches. So if your hair's shorter than mine, but if you have longer hair, you know. So, but loved it. Loved your product. Please feel free to send me anything to review. I will do it happily. But absolutely, if you're somebody who didn't like it or wasn't sure, the double the volume, I say, is wonderful and have no problem saying buy it because it is nice. It is a nice quality. It's nice. It's got a little bit of curl, so it already makes you look like you've done something to your hair, even if you haven't, because it has that little, and you can curl it more. You can curl it or straighten it. I like having it with that little bit of curl. But these, if you're somebody who's like, I want that length, I've got long hair, I've got kind of, a little bit thicker hair, Salon editions all the way, 18 inches, massive thickness, and they're just incredible. And I love them, and I'm so glad I have them. I can't tell you what, when you feel like you have that little bit of confidence, and I feel like a model in them. I mean, I'm like the creep that like wears them when I have nothing to do just because I want to feel pretty if I look in the mirror. Yeah, I'm that person. And there's nothing wrong with us. We're wonderful. You're wonderful. Don't worry about it. But, I mean, look at this. This is crazy. I'm not brushing it all the way out, but you can see it. Just can't feel it. And I mean, look at that. That's just like, that's insane. Beautiful. Absolutely love them. They're beautiful. And if you want more volume and a layered look, you can put in your double the extensions. I'm putting them on right. Put on your double extensions, and it gives you, which once again, I always do this, and I shouldn't do that. Take it out first. And you have a multi-layered look that is super voluminous. And you just look like you have an incredible amount of layers, because you've got layers all the way up here and then the layers down here. And you just look like you have that super thick hair. And look at this. I mean, my hair was like crap. And look at that. Which some days I'll do this if I'm going out, because then I want to feel super, super pretty. But yeah. And look at that. Look how beautiful that is. And you've got so much. You're just like... But yeah. And you can do that with two. And look at all that. I mean, look at that. Oh my God, I could do this all day. I could seriously do this for an hour. I mean, it's just insane to me. But look how pretty it is. Look how pretty that is. So there. So anyways, those are my reviews on Secret Extensions. You can get it at the website. Just type in Secret Extensions. I believe it is secretextensions.com. Not to be confused, because when I originally... Oh, here it is. Dark brown number 8. Back from the beginning of what color I wear. Dark brown number 8. But it's secretextensions.com, not to be confused with secret, because I believe there's a secret hair extensions. So it's one of them. But look for the one. You'll see it as soon as you get there. It's got Daisy Fuentes. She's doing the premiere or the promo. And she's got all the stuff, and it's like an infomercial. But once you get there, you know you're at the right place. They're on YouTube. You can put in Secret Extensions. They have a Facebook page. I don't know if they have an Instagram. So you guys should pretty much promote that if you do. But they have a Facebook, and that's where they've shown that they're releasing the Salon edition. They had a party. They said they were going to show stuff, but they didn't really show a lot of stuff that you can do or what they really look like on their own. And I wish they had, because it would have been nice. But this, really pretty. But yeah, definitely, if you weren't somebody who liked it, give it a try. It's wonderful, perfect, love them, and I mean, look at that. And now I just need to do some makeup, and I look totally snatched, but that's enough. Be like, oh yeah, just woke up this way. But yeah, no makeup. So anyways, once again, from the maddening mind of Haley B, I'm Haley B. Thank you for watching my review. I really hope you check them out and get some from their site, because honestly, it's a great product, and I absolutely love it. Thank you, Secret Extensions. Thank you, guys. Hopefully I will see you sooner rather than later. Bye-bye.